Okay, here we are with another Sunday afternoon live Zoom. And we have a special guest, Inga, today, who's joined us and going to help inspire people to, what it is when you choose to live a lifestyle of less is more. And hello, Inga, how are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you all?
Very well. So
Good,
maybe,
very good.
you want to get into how you grew up basically and, lifestyle and where your diet went with that and how you came to find Masterfast. You've been around the group for a while.
Yes, I'm just over a year now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to jump in and spill your
Yep.
beans?
Yeah. Cool. I'm ready. Right. I was just gonna tell you about my childhood a bit to have overview, like what has happened. Food wise, I would say we had everything and nothing because we were very poor and we were very rich. What I see now where I am now. Because when we were poor, we days where we didn't have anything to eat, absolutely nothing.
Wow.
Water, nothing, not even a piece of bread. But then it was days where we had fruits, vegetables. Mom was very good cook, and also we had farm with animals, like we had our own eggs and our own meat. And which in that time I would say that was tough time when you're a child to go through. But now when I go more within, I notice how actually it's beautiful because those sensations, what I had when I was a little, at the time I didn't know, and just incredible, beautiful. It's just a gift.
Yeah.
And, as I say, the Zoom will be very different than for so many, as I am very, very different. And I'm not against anyone or anything. And I'm speaking from my own feelings, from my own experiences. And that's why I would say it just is very, even maybe I'm not going to go very much details about my childhood, but I will give a little bit overview for people to understand where I came from and why I chose my path where I am now. Uh, when we were growing up, we were seven in the family, which is beautiful and I love it. But it was very difficult because our both parents were very much in alcohol, very much in abuse, physically, emotionally, any kind of you just can imagine. And as we were grow up, then I remember when my last sibling, like brother, came in the world, I was taken out of school. At the time I was 10 years old, I need to become as a parent same time. I didn't mind because I loved it. I love other children in absolutely bits. And also, was difficult time because, when we need to go back to school, which 3 full years I was taken out of school and wasn't allowed back until I was 13. And when you go back at that age and when you see other children smaller age and you sort of become a young adult, it's quite tough. It's really, really tough. But, you go through these things. And then when I was growing up older, like I find very difficult to socialize, to go out anywhere. Like that's why I wouldn't say about I have really bad issues about bad food or anything, because it's not that the way I wasn't brought up, and also I wasn't continue. Even when we came to Ireland, I was eating McDonald's maybe once a week, but just, because everyone else does, not because I really wanted to. And that's mainly, I also realized I was doing like stuff in my life because of others rather than myself, because it was so difficult to accept the way I am. Just really, really, really difficult. And what happened then, as I grew up and I found very difficult to socialize, love to be on my own, but I start going depression. Not in depression when you need tablets, but depression when you don't want to live. You just want to take your own life. And age 19, I think was 19, where I took 70 sleeping tablets, which was actually
trying to jump the fence.
Yeah, pushing, and see, the reason I would say, of course, everything is for the reason what you do in your life, and saying me because they weren't strong enough, because the sleeping tablets without prescription, you cannot get strong ones in Latvia. And I will never, ever gonna forget that experience where, like, wouldn't wish anyone to go through, wouldn't, but I went, that's fine. Become and realize a lot of things now when my brother commits suicide about all this. And then when I, again, years went on, I came to Ireland at 21 and was working hard. I'm a hard worker, good worker. And what happened then, again, sort of have everything in life, part of family, which, as I say, I sort of just kept me away from anyone. At the time, I didn't know. And then what happened, I think I was 26, where I was thinking about to commit suicide. And thanks to my friend, she just shut open my eyes a little bit. Life is not that bad, and then I met my my daughter's dad, and then Amy came, and that was completely changing my life. That's sort of, at that time and moment, that's what I really, really was looking for, the child. Because when I was little, and we were growing up in so difficult situation, I went, I was probably 1 month in hospital and one month home. And the childhood up to probably 9 years old. And I would say that now what I sense is not as much as I was sick, was I wanted to be there because I felt love. I felt caring, what I couldn't be felt at home, because when fighting, beating off each other and arguing. And you see, because there were so many small little kids, that was the best time I could ever experience, to just be with them and give them the love, as also I experienced from Masterfast. The love is in me just overwhelming. It's just overwhelming, and was so beautiful to just give that what I had at the time, even.
Yeah, it's awesome.
What happened.
We can learn so much from children.
Yes. And then when I had Amy and we broke up, and Amy's dad, that was the call. I'm not right. Something is wrong with me. that's not right the way I react to life. And then that's how my, like, I don't want to call spiritual path, because that is another label now to me. As realizations comes up, it's just it is, and it's always the right time, right place. And it was, I would say, early 30s, 31 maybe, when I discovered why I react the way I react. Because when I was small, I was sexually abused by my dad.
Oh my.
Well, at the time was really shocking, and a lot of hatred to my dad and all. But then eventually, as I say, my heart is very, very kind. I was able to forgive him, and the relationship we have now and then, never seen better. Never seen better. It seems like what he wasn't able to teach us as kids, I'm teaching him now. And it's a really beautiful thing to witness. It's a beautiful place to be. And then was going from workshops to workshops and never write things down. That's the way I am. Even you say, Inga, have you write things down? No, never really. Went to any workshop, they would say, write things down. No, never felt. A realization comes in nature. No one writes down anything.
Yeah, that's true. Realization, that's an interesting word, because everything is all accessible to all of us. All the information, as I keep saying.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Realization, oh, okay, it's right in front of my eyes.
Yeah. And I get so much information when I do enemas. It just, sometimes it's just so overwhelming. And that realization, then you ask yourself, why did you choose to come here for? And I understand for experience, but then when it's that realization, that duality, good, bad, this and that, it just it is, and is wow. Yeah, and okay, keep going then about the workshops. And then 2014, I found Stargate. Or we probably, better is we found each other, because wouldn't be one without other. And I was, and I still sort of following and not following, as I do with everything. That's the way I am.
Stargate?
Stargate.
What's that?
Stargate to other dimensions.
Okay.
It's also very beautiful system. The best system is nothing to do. You go there and just be in meditation, and it's just absolutely nothing to do. Mm-hmm. And because, again, I didn't experience what other people did. And always you think something wrong with you. That's completely pure what I have been going through. Mm-hmm. Feelings. Even like I felt maybe inside something, but because everything is black, straight away it's not the way. But what happened to me, the realization was growing. Acceptance was growing, and patience was growing, because to do these things we need to learn patience. It's really, really challenging, and especially when you think something wrong with you, it's the easiest way to give up. Mm-hmm. When you don't get, especially when there's a 50 people group and you look like a black sheep without all white ones. And took time, but because realization was growing, never gave up. And that feeling, what was my heart call, just was, I was going, as I say, baby steps, time. And it was beautiful. And I still, if I have chance, I still go. I was there this summer for summer camp, absolutely. Combine Stargate with Masterclass, just beyond words. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And and then last year I had actually a friend which I had a date with a couple of years ago. It's funny, as that's the way I am. Everything that happens with me with a fun. And I had a date with him, and he was fasting already at that time. And he would talk to me and my brother. The brother is dead now. We were very close. And at that time, Gino, no, not a hope. Not even, like, he was eating in my house salads, green salads, tomato, and something else with no salt, with no oils. And I could not even imagine me doing that. No.
Yeah, it's it.
And but see what happens then, as like I was doing whatever I was doing, never gave up, keep going, as I say, baby steps. Also, yeah, about soul cleanse, I know you don't recommend, and I'm not doing now, but actually that soul cleanse I done. Mm-hmm. My friend also was doing a soul cleanse, and she recommended me. At the time, it took me actually 2 years to even try. I bought a book, and I read the book, and was in that book, and happened like this. You're ready, and that's it. And I remember last year, 2017. Yeah, I started 2016 around end of October, November, winter time. They recommend you do 4 times, once a week for 4 times, and then every month, I think when the moon is full. What do you call that?
Full moon?
Yeah.
New moon, yeah.
And I was and I felt like somebody has gave me magic wand. I felt so light, like with love dancing, singing and flying all, like honestly beautiful feeling. And that was another deeper feeling to go and start to look what you eat. Mm-hmm. And what happened then early spring, probably March, April, where I start to make more smoothies and go more raw rather than cooked, because we love cooked food. We do, and I know exception. I'm very same. If I have chance, sometimes just feels I don't really know how to cook. Just you want cook and that's it. Forget about it.
Yeah, most of us grew up on cooked food,
Yeah. And then what happened then, I mean, that the guy I had a date with, we still were like communicating sometimes, not too often. And I told him I changed my diet and all, and he's telling about his experiences, because there's not actually many people do these things. As I call myself a weirdo, around Monaghan, I don't even know one. Not even one. Never mind any others.
You mean that they're doing what you're doing in this kind of lifestyle?
Yeah. No, everyone eats. I don't know. Honestly, personally, around my area, not even one person who fasts even 1 day a week.
Yeah.
Not even one. Everyone does eat. And then what happened then, he says, like, I think he done a juice fast or something. And I done 3-day water fast, and that was really, really interesting experience. Not about hunger, but my legs, my legs has been sleeping for decades, and felt like something is really starting, from, as you say, bear goes in deep sleep for the months. That's how it felt. It's just starting to slowly vibrate and waking up. And I done that one, and that's it. And then I done in July 13-day orange juice. I think I did mix with lemon. I cannot remember 100% now. Cannot tell you very much experience from that. I don't really remember. I just remember when I broke, I just want to eat. Just eat. But I find that also with Master Fast. And then in August, when I come back from California last year, from Stargate, and I was talking to Michael, and Michael say, Inga, I'm not sure how I introduce you with Master Fast. And I say, no, I never heard that name. And I say, what it is? It's 108 days. Right, what is 108 days? And he says, you can join on the Facebook. I said, right, okay, I'll do it. Because I'm very open, very, very open to try things, but at the same time, because I feel very well. And then I looked at your videos and I think one of the, where you say 108, I say, right, okay. Oh no, Gino, that's fine for you. I'm not going to judge you. I don't think that is for me. 108 days. And I pretty much very quickly, I ordered everything I needed. But the biggest challenge for me was tinctures. I would say, if you do remember, we had a once like call to each other,
Yes,
and just before, because for me was very challenging. How am I going to take the tinctures? Because I never drank in my life, never smoked, and never used drugs. Like drugs, I mean, like not medicine now, because both are drugs.
Street drugs.
Yeah. And as I say, I'm being too good in the world. And but it is strong. It is very powerful, very strong. But just, I wouldn't take probably the dose you would recommend by my weight. I would take slightly less, because it takes good half an hour, because I do feel in my head, and it's absolutely, absolutely magical. I absolutely love them now, even they're strong. Yeah, and then had all my stuff, and last year I remember started on 18th of September, and probably was very good, very smooth ride, and dizziness actually. Yeah, I know some people pose dizziness as well. I did experience good with dizziness in the 40 days, but as we know the tools, and you are wise, you don't jump off the bed if you know you can get dizzy very easy. You take your time. And I never found a problem. Once at work, that was only once, in office where I felt really, really weird. I got up, I thought I'm gonna faint. I sat down and sat down for probably 5 minutes and was ready then. Felt okay, and I went home, done enema. It felt like some sort of jerk came out, and that's it. It was fine again.
Yeah, it happens, especially in new fasters. These things happen, but even if you've been fasting for years, it could still come up occasionally. You just have the understanding of what to do and just ride it through. The body knows what it's doing. There's just stuff it's trying to move out, and that's all it is. It's nothing to do with you're not eating, you're not getting your nutrition. It has nothing to do with that. If you read Arnold Ehret's book, it's very clear in there, but very, very few really understand the simplicity of what happens during a fast. And it's just magical when you gain that understanding and embrace it and let it ride it through. Just ride it through. Use the tools. Don't be fearful. Fear is not your friend.
And I can also say like how the fear is like, of course, we are so fearful of everything. And as more you clean the layers we have actually attached to, it's deeper goes. And what happens then, like with me is now, it was a very good dream very recently where I died in the dream. And I have died in before, and I have been very attached to, fear of death, because that's what problem with us is. We are afraid to die. But this one, it was really, really slight attachment. Still there. I can really witness, but so tiny. It feels like that, you know. You just, rather than letting go, it's something I still just tiny bit hold on to. You know, beautiful experience. And just honestly, I know words. I love you in bits, and I love everyone has across my journey, because it's just realization. And sometimes, as I say, I still don't understand why I came on this planet, because it feels I'm not a human. I'm honestly from different planet.
I think we all are.
Yeah, could be. Maybe we only label ourselves as humans. Maybe we're really not.
Mm-hmm.
As deeper you go, as deeper realizations comes, you know. And as I say, like, I'm so a realization come to me is also the, you know, the religions, money, sex, it's all like we can call man-made. It's all done for, and what happens with us, we attach to these things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very difficult to let go.
For sure.
Very. And when you shred these layers off, it just, you become completely different. And like my realization is also, because I was so different, that's why it took me so long to accept the way I am, because I was like completely, when you see others, they react differently. That attachment, you know, where I always was thinking, because I had so difficult childhood, I need to cry, I need to anger. But now realization is, I wasn't attached to these things. And it's not, you are perfectly okay the way you are, rather than looking for that perfection or of other, or your friend or your teacher. Just beautiful. Beautiful. I like the way I say to my boyfriend, it's nice to peel the onion skins off, and he says to me, sweetheart, there is not going to be many left.
That's the whole point. Going to the center where there's nothing.
Yeah. What I sense with life is a flow. Absolutely. Like actually, you know, you've been in the river and you go, that's all it is. And you can enjoy. And if we attach to, good, we go good. But then when we drop, we're going to have really very difficult experience. And if we go down, it's going to be very hard to get out of it. And just go by the flow and enjoy the ride.
So you grew up in not in Ireland. You grew up in.
No, I originally from Latvia.
Yeah.
Latvia.
Yeah. Latvian blood.
When did you move to Ireland?
2001.
Oh, okay.
17 years. Was on 17th of October.
Your whole family or just you?
No, at the time it just was me. Me and my sister gave the CV to come over, and I was the picked one. Was difficult time for in the beginning, you know, but you know, you learn, you grow, and you learn. I really realize this now, and of course at the time it's so you're so in victim, actually in victim mode. Oh, poor me. Oh, they treat me like this and like that. But then when realization, when you change within, there's nothing like that happen. And it happens sometimes something bad. Like my reaction is completely different. And as I see other people, it's real teachers, no matter. child, adults, parents, sisters, brothers, nature, animals, everything. If you can learn something from it. Witness.
How old were you when you came to Ireland?
21.
Did you speak
21.
English then at that time?
No English whatsoever.
Yeah,
No.
you're an immigrant. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful experience to be an immigrant, although it's very difficult to integrate, but there's something about it that exposes you to things that you would not be exposed to if you were born and raised somewhere, right? It's completely change of an environment. And,
completely different. And I have a beautiful Irish boyfriend, and our minds are completely different. So he's very open-minded, but still our mindsets are very different. And he's such a beautiful soul. Such a beautiful soul.
That's great.
Yeah.
So your first we spoke together. What month was that? I don't remember. That was last year, I believe. When you consulted with me, was it last year?
Last year, yeah, that was September. I wouldn't remember exactly date, but could be from 15 to 17 because I start Master Fast on 18th. I think I had already tinctures that time, and then probably a few days just before.
And you jumped in right after that, I believe.
Yeah, and I done 40 days.
Right. So maybe you want to share what your experience on the first one.
As I say, it was really good. I done 12 to 14 hours dry. That was my dry window, and then I think on average I was able then the first time get 1.5 grape juice with lemon, and because I think that what I done mistake, I didn't heat it up, and I love heat. That's the way I am, and at the time I probably didn't know, and it was really difficult to drink that juice. And it's not because it was sweet at the time. And enemas, I think I didn't do as much as I do now. I probably done 3-4 bags. I cannot remember. Didn't have Colima board on the first one. But I enjoy enemas, absolutely no problem at all. Never done colonics at the time then. And what else then? Yeah, I remember on my first dry fast when I was going 24 hours, and here was really pulling and very, very, very painful. But then after that, I remember I never done 3 day now I never done 3 day on the 40 days. And what happened then, 48, 52, and I think 55 was my longest. And it was good, full of energy most of days. Cannot. And when I done 40 days, I did lose a weight, like a good bit of, you call waist or weight, whatever. And I came never skinny. I loved it. Don't get me wrong, I love that because the lightness and it's just beautiful. Like I would say, why do we judge others? Because we haven't experienced ourselves that when we lose that, whatever we don't need to carry, how good we can feel. And it is easier to judge than if you haven't experienced. Even I feel like the judgment is a lot of gone from me, but still I can sense how easy it is when you're around people where is a lot of that going on. You get like in the trap, and you just sometimes see in my mindset it works clearly. Like I know people meditate. I don't really need to meditate. When I meditate, I'm mainly on daily basis in that state. And I can catch even my my words when I'm talking to someone. Oh, what did I say? Because it's very important what words we use. Because also the words are holding us back.
So yeah, I feel when we fast, we are like, without even trying, we are meditating. Do you feel that way?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But I mean, you know, if someone wants to, I mean, everybody is free to do whatever they want. But definitely the fasting gets us closer to God, or whatever you want to call, right?
Exactly. You know, and my realization also is about God, universe, and all. We are that power. We are that power.
Yeah, there are different ways of seeing it.
Yeah, different ways to give out. But that power is really, we are that power.
We definitely affect our reality for sure.
Oh,
Our
what an
attitude
illusion. What an illusion world.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to start
Master Fast?
Master Fast specifically?
What were your challenges you had in your health and so on and so forth that
But as I say, when I was growing up, I had a stomach problems mainly, but were they because of stress, what we went through? I would say that was more than actually physical. And also I used to throat, ears, but again, because you know, it's so difficult childhood, you don't want to hear, you don't want to speak, or you're not allowed to speak. But once I came to Ireland, that just changed. That's absolutely like this, just turn around. And when I sometimes could pick up the flu quite easily and back problems a bit, but anything like in Latvia. And I was interested in one. You know, when I was in hospital and was given medicine to take, I already then knew it. I don't need to take them. And when anytime I had chance, I always wash them in toilet. Sometimes you no choice because you have nurse there waiting for you to take it, and she will look in your mouth, make sure you swallowed. But sometimes she leaves, especially in the mornings, at the bed, and then when you wake up, you're supposed to think, and I just flush down in the toilet.
Amazing. How old were you?
From 7, 8, 9. Many times. Like, how many years? I had plastic surgery. And that was a good one now. When I was growing up, my mom always said to me, Inga, you have a boy's bum. And you know that it goes in here and plays your mind unless you change. Now I understand.
Oh,
and that was tricky. How old I was? You know, you said something.
No, go ahead.
And tricky was, I actually start to go within just before I went to doctor to talk to him. And we had a conversation and all. And he told me, yeah, it's gonna go well and all. Okay, I signed up. But strong signs, 3 strong signs came. Inga, you don't need to do this. And at the time, do you think my mind was going by signs? No. I done it. And it went really bad. Really, like I had I think 3 more surgeries after. Instead of 1, I had 4. because complications came. And only then you just realize how important is follow within.
The surgeries were for what?
To what they done, they from top of my legs, they take your own fat and inject in buttocks. I didn't do I didn't do like any silicone or anything. Wouldn't agree with that, but I done from my own.
So that's cosmetic surgeries?
Yeah. That is like in Latvia they call plastic.
When did you do it?
That was now I'm 30. That's, I don't know, it's could be 5 years now. Easy 5 years. If more, I would say maybe now.
So you had image issues, right? Self-love.
Yeah, I don't know. See, and what I just want to say about, when you're in hospital, they give you antibiotics straight away. But then when I came home, I was blue, black. Do you think I took any more antibiotics? Not a one pill. I throw them out. No, I didn't throw them out. I kept them just in case he asked me something, because that was an experience in past with doctors. If I go to the doctor, I have cold or something or bad throat infection, they prescribe tablets, and then they realize I don't take tablets, and they will ask me prescribe them what they look like. And then I didn't have another option than just buy it to tell them what exactly they look like. Never really took many tablets when I was able to not to. Always had that. Now I realize I knew it, I don't need it. Only now I know. And again, if somebody would say, geez, what's wrong with you? You will heal yourself.
Yeah, a lot of people, they start taking meds and they feel horrible and they just stop taking them. They felt better without them.
Yeah. See that trust, what has trust to yourself, because really you are honestly, I feel I am everything and nothing. I can be in the pain somebody's butt and I can be the best person. Absolutely everything and nothing. That's honestly how it feels now. That's why I say, interesting, why did I come here? Why did I choose this path? Because, we chose this. We want to hear that or not.
It's fun. There's something about it.
Of course. And as I also feel, everything on this planet is here for the reason.
Yeah.
Of course.
That is us, beings, insects, whatever. Everything.
As well as all our body parts.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course.
Like to remove.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't think I have removed anything. Part of my fat from my legs.
It's amazing. Every little thing, when you think about it, has an effect on us, and it's there for a reason. It's not just whatever, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Creation doesn't make mistakes.
Yeah. It's very powerful.
Very powerful. And we don't realize how actually powerful we are. Yeah. And you can witness even with food. When you fast and you start thinking about food, it's so difficult to control yourself then.
Oh, yeah.
Once you sort of in that mood where you don't think about food, you're away from it, it's no problem whatsoever. Once you start thinking, it's like, whew, goes.
Yeah. So there's power inside. There's something very, very strong.
Wow. Oh, I think we are the most powerful beings.
Well, we're an amazing creation, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's also the same thing as when somebody's been fast for a long time. As soon as they start eating, bang, it triggers something.
For
and sure. Some of us and people go crazy
eating. You feel it more definitely after a fast.
This is why we say, the more you eat, the hungrier you get. The more you drink, the thirstier you get. So
About that, Gino, I wouldn't agree, because with me, water, I drank water wherever I felt, but then eventually, because you grow, like, I don't want to call older, because we don't really grow older. That is another trap we want to be in. We want to out. Water was with me. If I was eating and I felt thirsty, I drank a bit, and that was perfect. I never really drank, the bottles until I was told you need to drink 2 liters a day.
Right.
And it was so difficult. And I can say even now, if I eat something really sweet, or if I sometimes have something salty and I want to drink, I honestly have that glass of water and I absolutely adore. And I wouldn't go back, say, an hour later and I want another glass. No, I just had that drink and completely satisfied me.
Yeah, the water has its place when we are toxic. When we eat a heavy meal, definitely I'm thirsty. When I eat a heavy meal, especially outside, salty, whatever, I feel, especially when it's heavier, I feel thirsty. So I drink, right? But I swell like a balloon, especially after a long fast. You don't want to do that because your body will hold.
I know, dear.
It will hold on to the water to neutralize the toxicity, right? That's the reason we were thirsty. And then you're not going to be thirsty if you clean up your diet quickly after that. But if you keep eating heavy, you're going to be thirsty. Now, I think what Gino means is, and I felt that when we are dry fasting, like you do longer dry fast. And when we dry fast and then break the dry fast, if you drink a little bit, it's not enough.
That's true.
Now the thirst is like, you want more,
That's right.
You were less thirsty maybe when you're dry than when you started drinking a little bit, right? When you start drinking, you feel like you want to drink more. And then you feel, after that, it takes a while, you feel balanced. If it's a long dry.
The water is best used to wash the colon, not for drinking.
Yeah, but the juice, maybe, right? You're talking about the juice, that when you drink, you want more. When you don't drink,
I'm talking about drinking generally.
When you dry, like when you do a dry fast, I noticed that we are not thirsty, especially if you do the shorter ones, like 24 hours, you're not thirsty. But when you drink, you feel like you want more.
What I mean by, you get, the more you eat, the hungrier you get, the more you drink, the thirstier you get, is with the new understanding of only the body can feed, hydrate, balance, and heal itself. That's the understanding. The realization comes through the experience of living the lifestyle. Saying this to most people doesn't make any sense, what I just said.
But it's the question is, does the liquid make you, like drinking liquid makes you,
it dehydrates thirstier? You. Water dehydrates you is my realization. That's my realization. Water will dehydrate you.
Yeah, but that's because, we drink way too much. It's not because, like, animals also, they eat, and then when they're really thirsty, they go have a sip and that's it. I would say if we would do the same, we wouldn't be as in bad state as we are now.
There's some animals who don't drink at all, like, I can't remember. There's my brother-in-law went to, I can't remember where, in South Africa, and he went on tours. It was all desert. He says there's animals everywhere with no water in sight.
The camel doesn't drink much water. It can, I mean,
so,
it stores water.
Yeah, some animals drink. If you look at domesticated animals, that's a different story. They're eating food made by corporations, and they drink. But in the wild, depending on the animals, some drink more than others, and depending on their environment where they live will dictate also how much water they actually drink, and so on and so forth. But we are at a different state of consciousness than animals. Animals are ruled under the emotion of man as all of humanity, is my understanding. So
I can see that too.
They work through man's emotion, and we are at a stage where, when we come to realization, there's so much we can do when we have the understanding. It's infinite. There's no limit to it. So, we see the magic unfold with so many people that start cleaning to remove the obstructions which are getting in the way for the body to actually feed, hydrate, balance, and heal itself. And we see the magic. We see people gaining 1.5 inches. We've seen a few of those. We've seen bones straightening. Now we've seen so much magic happen, and this is done once we remove those obstructions. And we're talking, most people thinking physical. We're working through the physical to unlock the emotional. It's all done on the emotional side. The physical is just the effects, that small view we have in this matter state. But everything's happening on the plasma side, the field side, and that's the beauty. So, and this is where we're witnessing so much magic happening when people jump in and live this lifestyle. There's so much magic happens when you start trusting in your soul. The MFS system is just a guide for you to start gaining the realization, the understanding of we don't need anything external. And it's not something that we're gonna realize in a few fasts. It's gonna take years of the experiences of fasting many times, and each time you gain more and more.
It's a belief system, right? You're changing your belief system, your faith. You'll have more faith as you have more experience with time.
Each fast is formatting that hard drive, and then we reprogram it, and we reprogram it every time. So,
like you say, like 9 years. There is no such a thing as 9 years. It's forever, because because it's a flow. You're gonna stop that boat, you're gonna sink. If you're not gonna stop, you're gonna keep going. And as I say, like tree doesn't grow in a day too. It just takes years and years.
Yeah.
And that's why, I would say the 108, to do 108 is absolutely magical. And I so with all of my heart so happy whoever can do it, because it's beautiful. But same time, one day at a time, if you do, it already takes you, it peels off what we have attached to, and it doesn't belong to us.
Yeah.
Because we have so many layers, we don't even realize they're not ours.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's difficult for us to let go of these layers. It's very difficult because there's that strong emotional tie to these layers in the physicality. And we see a lot, people, that start doing it and then they break their fast. They're just not ready to let it go. And that's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, but what I would recommend then, if you break the fast, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Just keep doing it. Keep going slowly, steady. Yeah. Because I would say what happens to us, we think we're ready, but honestly we're not. And we jump because some of our family member doing really great, but that doesn't mean I need to be where is my family member. Maybe 5 years later, I'm going to be there. Where are you now? But with mind, because we don't follow our intuition, we follow mind. And that's where these things happens.
Yeah. I tell people, honestly, even because the majority of people out there are not interested in fasting, at least not the way we do it. So I say, just do 1 day a week of master fast.
Yeah.
And in between, eat cleaner. I mean, go as clean as you can. Fruits and vegetables, raw and cooked, if you want to go further, it's going to be raw, It's one step at a time. It's a huge transformation. Even just fruits and vegetables is a huge
Absolutely.
So it's nice to have the fasting for sure. So maybe 1 day a week. If you're ready, go further. Maybe next year, go for 2 days a week. And just the most important thing is to be consistent.
And fasting, if people think it's something mad, I think is as pure as breath.
Oh yeah, it is our gift.
Absolutely, as such a gift to yourself. No money could buy that. It is no matter what.
Yeah. It's a reset that we have inside. Just use it.
I just done 3-day dry fast. Just broke yesterday.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah, this is my second 3-day.
Good. Amazing.
The body has all the intelligence of the planets, stars, galaxies, and universes. And it works on the principles of how the universes operate. So once you come to realization that that is within,
Exactly, we are part of that.
the fear starts melting away, because
Yeah,
there's
just
no reason to have any fear when we are programmed with all that intelligence. It's all there. And how do we access it? Stop eating. Stop eating. So
that takes time. That takes time, dear.
well, I know, you know what I'm saying, but it's a progression. We're in training. We're doing it. You know.
Absolutely. And be gentle and be kind to yourself, no matter what.
Exactly.
And if you fall, it is part of learning.
It's, and you know, actually, yes. And what I also realized with this eating heavier, it's just heavier experience. You know that this spiritual, I now feel like are absolutely crap. It's another trap with all this information now on Facebook, with everything. It's another type of food you can eat, or you can go in in that trap spiritual thing, or you go in the medicine or drugs. It's just sort of another trap to holding us in, rather than, because answers is all within us.
Mm-hmm.
All there. And that's why I really like that, and I appreciate when I was able to accept the way I am. Nothing wrong with me when I don't do things like other people do.
Yeah.
That's a gift, a gift, a gift.
It is a gift. My goodness, we're doing stuff that nobody around us almost is doing.
We see some of the most popular pages are the ones with food. Like, people want to eat, right? And there's nothing wrong with eating.
Yeah, food is nice,
no.
pleasure, but it
you
has
know,
its place.
If everybody would start learning and choosing to go less and cut their food consumption by about 50%.
But it's not that easy. I mean, yeah, you can wish all you want for the world to change, but it's all part of the transformation.
Be the change you want to see.
Exactly.
We're doing it much less than 50%.
But see what happens. We are so, like, I cannot explain in words. We are so interesting beings. As I say, anyone we talk or anyone believe, especially if we're in bad situation, and somebody tells you, we get to attach to that. Like as I say to my boyfriend now, believe and same time don't believe. Because what happens when we believe others, we cannot experience our own experience until we believe someone else. It's, you do sort of listen and absorb and still be connected with yourself, but the best experience it will be when you go within, because we have all that answers and knowledge. No books. I hardly read any books because I don't know, there's nothing new there.
All those books are within as well, because we're all connected.
Exactly. Yes.
Nothing wrong with reading books and stuff. I gave online away pretty much. I had tons and tons and tons of books that I read, but yeah, it's all good. To come to the realization of other people's experiences as well. So it's all good, but the understanding is, of this ownership still, nobody's come up with anything. It's all been created by creation itself, and it's all within. We are just caregivers of this wonderful planet here. We were born naked and we'll die naked. So we're just caretakers. And this body is a temporary vehicle that we're taking care of. Our spirit lives on, soul. And, we do the best we can in the situations we're in. It's very challenging for a lot of us in modern societies to live this lifestyle, because it's totally opposite of what we're doing.
Yeah, it can be challenging or not so challenging, honestly. Who does not have challenging things in their lives? That would be so boring.
Exactly. Life wouldn't be, if everyone would do the master fast and follow, life like wouldn't be interesting. Why, what are we doing here? You know? How would we learn? We wouldn't be learning because everyone is on the same path.
No, you know what? Yeah. Fasting, this is the thing. Master fast simply empowers people to fast. And fasting is your experience. It is not.
Oh no, fasting is honestly, it is as you just breathe or you go to sleep. It's honestly, there's nothing to fear about.
Yeah.
Losing the 1 kg. No.
Yeah.
So you've done a 40. How many others have you done?
I'm done, the longest is 40 and 23 or 22. 23 or 22. But I'm mainly every week, 1 or 2 days.
Right. In between.
Every week.
Excellent.
And dry fast. I would skip sometimes. I sort of go on dry fast and then my monkey mind comes in and okay, I'm going to have a drink. And I have a drink. And wouldn't beat myself up or not. Next week, then I'll do a 36 hour. But it's very seldom, unless I'm away. I wouldn't do master fast, but as I say, I adapt everywhere I am. And my enema bag is always with me, no matter what. And also you learn to do enema with any circumstances you are in. And that's the way also my lifestyle is. Like I adapt everywhere, no matter what. There is good, bad, quiet, loud. Just be in that moment. And it's fine.
I don't think anybody's promoted enemas as much as we have. That's just so important. It's just beyond. Like if you read Eric's book, it's in there as well. You know, enemas. And
just watch that column. You know, when I met Gino 3.5 years ago, almost 3.5 years ago, and I just opened my business about a month into it. And Gino believed in colonics more than I did. I already had experience with colonics. You know, I used to work with somewhere else, but he believed in colonics more than I did. I was like, oh, like how does he know? Like how is he so confident? Like he talks, like he knows, you know. And I'm like, that's amazing, because even I'm not that, you know, like, but now I know much more, right? So I can tell you for sure when I'm talking to my clients. I'm much more confident about how, you know, how much waste we have.
We're all so concerned about washing exterior, but nobody's not
exactly
concerned about washing inside, and not only in the physical, in the spirit, because you can't separate them.
And like, listen, like the way it happened to me, man. As I said, like my intuition was always strong, but I didn't realize this. I bought enema bag before I even knew I needed enemas. And I don't too. And you know, when you're so full, it's not in the beginning the best feeling, and you could have aches and pains. And then I gave up. Probably a year before I knew I needed enemas, I bought an enema bag. And just as I say, and then when you just clean off the layers you have attached to, just all comes is in the book.
All new experience when you start, you know, shedding with the enemas. When you're full in food, it's not comfortable, no. Magical.
I'm not sure why we are so fearful about enemas, but wow.
It's just an ignorance, the understanding of what they are. You know, people post, they're not natural, this and that. We've only seen amazing positive results with people doing enemas every single day on 108 days. So forget about opinions. We go by results, and washing is more crucial internal than it is external. Because if you keep the inside clean, the outside automatically stays clean. Simple.
Yeah, I just still cannot work out why are we so sensitive and we attach, like when, as I say, we are around others, we just take that stuff on us. That I cannot understand why.
We're anal about enemas.
No, it's not just about the enemas, it's about everything, Gino. I can say, like, very easily witness in the plane. I love, because I'm traveling a lot, and when I was coming down, very close to the end, this interesting thoughts came in my head, which wasn't there at all. And then I realized that thoughts was in the people around me. But what happens, you don't even know yourself how easy we get transferred from one to other. Like, you know yourself, and you probably talk to your friends, no matter you want or you don't want, but you affect others. Mm. And that's what also, I never realized happens also with thoughts. Because just, I was chanting my mantra or something, and happy, and then the plane is going to crash and all. Where is this came from?
Yeah, the monkey mind.
You know, and then you just really realize how easy just we get that information from others. Like, I know we like a computer, I would call like a sheep. You know, we take like anytime you push the sheep, they go. And that's the way I feel we are. It's only maybe there is one stronger one stands out with the head out, and maybe chop the head off.
Right. Yeah. Well, we're all here to learn, so
yeah,
keep learning, and keep our horizon open and clear as much as we can, so we can see. Because once we start putting the blinders on, then that's where we see a lot of challenges come up. Some of the people are just not willing to look at things differently than what they've been taught. And if that's the case, nobody's going to be able to help them. But once you allow the new information to penetrate and absorb it and start experiencing it, everything opens up to you. Everything, it's just awesome. Like the magic we keep seeing is it's just like, wow, everything is possible. It's just keep it coming. People just keep inspiring everybody and keep doing the work, and the magic happens automatically. There's no other word to use. It really is magical of what happens. Especially, we've been taught that genetics can't be corrected. It's not what we're experiencing. It's happening over and over.
Now they're teaching they're saying epigenetics now in science.
But I wouldn't believe genetics. What happens to, if say something happened in the family, and of course when you're little, because my mom she will tell you, and because I believe, I will create that. But if you don't believe that, it's perfect. It's nothing happened. It's really what we believe we create.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Let the games begin.
Yeah.
Yeah, life is beautiful. It's just so.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And you have a daughter, right?
Oh, like, you're talking about inner child, but I haven't experienced my inner child, but as I say, she healed my childhood. Mm-hmm. She healed. Because she's like as happy as a butterfly, flying, dancing, singing, and there's nothing better to witness that.
Is she learning from you as well?
I would say so. I would, as I say, tree from apple doesn't fall far, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's such a gift in my life, as I say. She, honestly, that's why I'm still here. She changed my life.
For the reason,
Of course. Wasn't time to go yet. Yeah. And same with parents, as I say, like my parents never had time because they were drinking, but then two good friends came into my life, and they gave me that what I was missing from my own parents. Mm-hmm. That again, somehow on energetic level, that healed me what I was missing from my own parents. Mm-hmm. Like, as I say, there is no accidents.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like I see it as God is taking care of each and everybody, so we don't need to worry too much about ourselves and even other people, but that doesn't mean that we don't help ourselves and don't help other people, we work, we definitely, make it work. And
with me,
mm-hmm.
see, as a very kind-hearted, I have helped so many and so much, but I have been also attacked. When you're helping, you can get, like, energetically, I've been attacked. Mm-hmm. And then you keep doing it over and over and more, and then there's a message, and you're not clearly seen. You don't need to do that. Mm-hmm. It's so many ways other where you can love unconditionally someone if that person is not ready to move on or wants to remain the way they are.
We see it with our families, the people
exactly
we are closest to, and we cannot really make them change, but we can love them and be an example. Maybe they will learn from us, our experience. Maybe that's why we are in their lives. I don't know. Yeah. When they're ready, everybody maybe sometimes we are not ready to learn from someone because we're just not ready. Different experiences.
And they're perfect the way they are. There's nothing wrong with them. That's their choice. And if they want to still go in that suffering mode, that's absolutely okay.
Absolutely okay. And we love them.
Oh yeah.
I put a boundary though. I put a boundary, like I help people.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem, putting lots of love and effort into someone, like family, friend, whatever, anyone. But if I feel that they're not ready to help themselves, I would not put too much effort into helping them, because I know it's not going to get too far,
Yeah.
I want to help them help themselves, but if I can't, then I will still love them and respect them always. Always. It's okay to have different opinions. Now it's easier to say than to do it, of course, when you disagree, especially when it's family, there's lots of emotions involved. But I feel, I only want to do so much for, because it's, who am I to come between them and God? This is their journey. It's their journey to learn when they're ready. If they're not ready, I don't want to be in the way,
Yeah.
And at the end, this becomes more like conflict between you and the person.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, there's no need. No, I really have realized that. I don't push on anyone anything. Maybe I know I could be quite difficult sometimes with my partner because he's the closest, and sometimes you need to listen to me. And then I realize, why did I know that? Where is that coming from again? But otherwise, it's even like but still you need to go through what he needs to go through. And it's, of course, when as probably husband and wife now, it's the most challenging.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Ireland with you?
Yeah, he's Irish. He's there. He's no picture now. But if you see Liam, Liam, that's him.
I saw him earlier, so hi to him.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. They're probably going to put the picture on now. Look, there he is.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Oh, beautiful now.
So, how many master fasts have you done? So you started in December, that's correct?
No, September, 18th of September. Okay. Yeah, and as I still on all the time. I never been really off.
So September
days
last
on
year,
and off.
Correct?
What?
Last year.
Last year, yes.
Last year, yeah. Yeah.
And you've been on and off. Your longest was 40 days. And then
40 and 23.
Mm-hmm. And then you're doing now these days, how often?
I do usually, if I can. Like last week I done 2, previous week I done 2, and 1 dry fast. But then this week I done 3 days dry fast.
Okay.
My second 3 day in a year's time.
Nice.
And this time I noticed, I wasn't thirsty at all.
When did you do the last one? Last month?
3 days? No, I just broke it last night.
The one before that.
I think was summer in July, but then I was really thirsty because it was very hot, and I just went to Latvia, and we went to do something. No, it wasn't July. Sorry, it was April, but they had really hot day that day, and we were helping to do gardening, and probably because exercise and movement, I just felt, oh my goodness, I want drink. And then I broke it. But I was so happy I done it because that was my first at the time. But this one, yeah, was definitely way, way easier, made me cooler. And the reason I broke, because I cold, you know, like I love warm. I probably, to really live on this lifestyle for good, I need to move to hot country. But that's his only excuse.
Exactly.
We always love excuses.
You're maintaining the dry schedule while you're eating?
Yeah.
And
yeah. Very seldom I would go like where it's 10 hours or 8, but usually 10, 14, even 15.
Nice.
Daily?
Yeah.
And weekly, how often do you do it?
What?
Every week you're doing about 24 at least, right?
Oh, 36. If I can, 36 dry. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, 36. It just suits me better. I do enema before, like I come home after work and I do enema and then I haul all night and all day until next morning.
Yeah.
And just to make work. You know, you need to, again, when you do these things, you need to work around your schedule.
Absolutely.
No matter how good and is correct that protocol is, but still your lifestyle is also your life and you need to go within how is it going to work for you. It's magical, simple, you know. I love simplicity.
Absolutely.
And say, for example, you know, interesting one as well, I don't like cook. And that was another big one. I just always thought, oh, somebody told me, are you not good cook or anything? Even when I cook, they adore my food. But something just in me was, you don't need to really cook.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what are you eating in between the fasts?
Like I would, like as I say, Rana, I am everything and nothing. I would eat. I just was talking to Liam as well this morning. With me, the biggest challenge, I cannot say I am addicted to certain thing. You know, I cannot live without cheese or without butter or without potatoes. I can live without anything and without no problem. But same time, when I eat, anything I will have at home, I will eat. And that's the biggest challenge for me is to, when I eat, to stop eat.
Yeah.
And that could be, if I have chicken, I will choose to eat without salt, less salt, because I'm a salty person. I love salt rather than sugar. And same then would have salads. I really love soups. I would love if somebody would open some lovely restaurant, soup restaurant. Now, one thing I probably cannot imagine living without soup. Yeah.
Blender.
I have Gino, and I do that, of course. Yeah. Sometimes I make raw, sometimes I cook vegetable soups, and sometimes if it's chicken, as I say, I don't get to these things because, as I say, we are everything and nothing. These all vegetarians, vegans, so all labels, organic, non-organic, no, just really go by the flow. And yes, when I do eat heavier, I feel heavier. That's another thing, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing I want to add is that the more obstructive the food is, and we know the least obstructive food is fruits, and then comes vegetables in the raw form, and then cooked vegetables would be after that. Cooked fruits are not that bad. Now, so I would say raw fruits, cooked fruits, and then raw vegetables, cooked vegetables. This is the how I see it. And after that, you know, you go to the grains and meats and legumes and nuts and seeds and things like that, packaged food. Then you will have more obstructions. More obstructions mean, in my opinion, mean food for the parasites, meaning we would be addicted. Okay, they want to eat. It's not us. That's why when you clean the body, you have much less addiction. This is how I see it. I totally relate the physical to the emotional to the spiritual. I feel it's all connected, and I'm sure we all know that, right? They are connected. We cannot separate them. And I see it, the more obstructive the food is, the more addicted it will be. So if you want to have less addictions when you start eating, I would say go for less obstructive food. This is how I see it. Definitely raw food is much less addictive than cooked foods, right? Do you feel that? Yeah, totally.
Well, the cooking, it puts it into high energy packets. It's very addictive.
Yeah.
But the obstructions part of it is the challenge.
When you did the 9-year raw food,
almost a decade,
and it was totally fine, right? You were not addicted to the food, you were just enjoying it.
You don't get addicted to raw food.
But you
see what I sense, because I'm way more sensitive now than I was before. It's not easy to be in there, because I'm talking about me, I'm not used to that feeling. And I would say that's how it feels when I eat. I don't know everything, because there's so much information comes through. It's impossible to take everything away, no way. But same time, it is some sort of, when you press, it's sort of easier. And what I have realized with that, even it's tough experience with that food, but a lot of knowledge comes from it. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure how you experience that, where actually I would say, oh my God, why did I do this again? And I feel, but then something new comes up completely with realization. And then I say, there you go, that needs to be happened.
But this will come to you as well. Like, for example, I'm eating 1 day a week now, the raw food. I'm eating fruits and vegetables. And guess what? When I'm obstructed, like when I eat, I'm obstructed, even if it's a fruit. It's the least obstructive. It's not non-obstructive. You're still going to get obstructed. So you will have that, contrast between fasting and eating still, because we're still eating raw food though. It's easier. We are very sensitive. Of course, the cleaner the body, the more sensitive you will be. You'll be sensitive to everything. But if you're talking about the contrast, which is eating and then fasting and eating and fasting, which you are feeling, and there is definite beautiful experience with that. I say you will still feel it even when you do the raw food, because the raw food is still obstructive.
All 3D foods.
Is that what you were saying?
See, like with me, maybe I'm not 100% ready, as I was thinking myself. And see, my lifestyle, what I see is different view, because we chose to come here for experience. And like, why do I need, like, I understand is less obstructive and lighter. I experience myself, but same time, why maybe it's not time, and why I cannot enjoy what I'm eating with the pain, because the knowledge I have, why do I need to be that clean paper or like less obstructive than others? I choose to go exactly what I do. I choose myself, and I take full responsibility no matter what. Exactly. That's the way I see, and that's the way I float. That's the way I go. Yeah, and it gets easier.
You want to listen to your body, and you want to find your balance. If your life is your choice, what we suggest is simply guidelines of what we believe is the best way. But of course, everybody's experience is different. As long as they're responsible for it, right? That's the best we can do. And you can do, and everybody can do. Just do our best.
That's of course. And as I say, if you're not ready, we all very intuitive beings, and listen to your body rather than listen to me, because like I only talk from my own experience, but allow and go within yourself and have your own experience, and then we can talk.
It's good definitely to have a teacher to start, and your lifestyle is your choice, right?
What it says, Rana, when student is ready, teacher will appear.
Absolutely.
Always.
Yeah. You don't need to look for a teacher.
Yeah, no.
When you are ready, teacher will come. no matter what and where.
Yeah.
Any healing reactions you went through?
No, very good. And what I just sense now, I am not attached to things as other people.
That's great. It's very empowering.
Very beautiful, like, like in the way my lifestyle, or even with the phone and all, the way I am, it's magical. And even, with experiences, what I went through in life, it's beautiful. But see, because everyone is, oh yeah, you need to do. No, you don't need anything. You're fine. And that's how now I realize why my journey is so smooth, because I'm not as attached.
Yeah, you have learned your lesson.
Oh, learn a good way. Oh, yeah.
Learned a very important lesson in life.
I came to Ireland 17 years ago with a small bag of few clothes. And if I need to move, I am very happy to have my small suitcase with something in it, and off I go and leave everything behind.
Awesome.
Yeah. No, I don't, honestly, my house could be windows open, doors open. I know that fear is somebody comes. If it comes, they will come. No? That's my boyfriend says, crazy lady.
Is your boyfriend and your dad jumping on board?
No. He look, he's showing now.
He thinks
no, he's not ready fast, but he does enemas now.
Excellent.
Yeah, and he feels something beneficial there anyway, but fasting just not ready yet.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, but as I say, everyone has their own time.
Yeah.
I know my sister. She's still there too. I recommend her to enemas. I think she tried, but I'm not sure. She's still doing it.
Yeah, washing is only going to help.
Yeah, no matter what, exactly the lifestyle we live. At least anything is inside will be all let it out.
Yeah. You start backing up. I don't know. How people. We've seen a lot of people that they go once a week, and we've ran into a few once a month. I just have no comprehension of how you can function at that. Being that constipated, I just don't understand. But there's a lot of people out there that live like that, and it's wow. It's very interesting, but and
if people is afraid of enemas, bowels is getting really stronger, really definitely.
Yeah, just exercising the bowels. That's all it is.
I do colonics 5 days a week. I don't know anybody who does more colonics than I do.
Wow.
5 days a week. And
you do enemas. You don't do colonics no.
Okay.
And colima 2 days a week. So it's really like washing it every day. And this morning I had a nice big bowel movement, and it was so smelly by myself.
Oh yeah, bowels moves. If you eat especially right, bowels moves no problem at all.
I mean,
yeah.
I was on the master fast. I wasn't even eating, right? I did 6 days. So today was the first day I eat.
Wow.
So this morning I wake up and I have this long thing coming out of me, and it smells so bad. And then was the colima time. So.
Question to you. When you dry fast, longer ones, is your bowels moves?
Sometimes.
Right.
Not very often.
Once
sometimes.
in a while, but maybe one.
Yeah, you might have one or two, but usually they don't move. You got to remember, we're washing before.
Yeah.
I'm doing 3 days a week usually, so there's not a lot of food that goes through me during a week. And the other thing I was saying, people are so worried about these. I've been doing it for like 30 years almost now. My bowels work. It doesn't.
It's totally fine.
They don't get weaker.
And by the way, when if you go a bit in the middle of a long dry, it's a very stinky one. It's like
oh yes, and like their Liam can agree. The breath. he thinks is like, it smells like dead rats.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like as soon as you break the dry, I'm usually having a bowel movement within a few hours at most, even long dry.
Really? Yeah. Oh wow.
It can be like, I believe that when we dry, that's when like you really kill the most. That's when you really kill the most parasites.
You really heal.
You really heal, of course, and kill the most inside, like beings, whatever, right? And when they die,
You're not
I
killing.
believe.
They're
I don't think either. I wouldn't call, because we are part of them, and I love any creature comes out of me, and any creature stills in me.
Totally. But they smell bad when they die.
We're changing the environment. If they choose to stay, they will die. So they either, leave or they die. That's their choice. We leave it to them. We're not after killing parasites.
No. But I'm saying it's more powerful than than taking herbs or liquid fasting. Dry fasting gets the most out, the most mucus.
When your bowels are clean.
The most mucus, the most parasites. It's really stinky, and the most bile, stagnant bile as well. It smells really bad. And no wonder, I mean, our breath smells bad, because it's like it's from top.
It comes up from it. Yeah, it's just people think it's teeth. It's nothing to do with teeth. I know that. I know that.
It comes from the bowels.
It comes from the colon. Yeah.
But I believe when you keep doing it over time, you're not gonna have the stinky smell. It's just because
it is less.
Yeah,
I noticed even like after 3 days yesterday, I done enema today, and wasn't as stinky as last time I done.
And you smell it too. I mean, kind of you smell. Do you taste something?
The mouth, no, not as others, but enema, yeah, I would smell. Yeah. And I feel that smell is more like toxic rather than my creatures.
Oh well, but creatures are eating our toxins. Basically, like bad parasites, for example, they feed on heavy metals, for example. It's really toxic, which is helping you. I mean, that's not bad. They're concentrating the toxins in your body instead of going to your tissues and damaging them. They're concentrating them in your body. I mean, in their bodies. And when they die, they open up and the toxins are released, and you feel really sick. That's why we feel kind of sick if we go into a long.
Sometimes I do after dry fast, yeah, sick. Yeah. And I did actually a few times, 2 or 3 times when I throw up.
Yeah, that's not fun. Yeah, let's the focus, move it away from parasites. Just work on cleaning and focus on the.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't absolutely not. And they do come out sometimes. I see not as many as other people, but not at all. I feel so blessed, so happy when these things happen, and it's not because I see with my eyes, just sensation in whole body. It just feels like, oh.
They are here to help us. There's no question about the parasites. We have more parasites in our bodies than numbers of cells. So they are here to help us. Of course, the more toxic a human being is, the more they will have of these parasites. It's just
probably the big bellies.
Bacteria.
You see it. I mean, when I see worms coming out of a client doing a colonic without doing any fast or any herbs or anything like that, I see worms coming out. It's usually the ones who do not move their bowels every day. It's usually the constipated ones. The more waste, the more parasites feeding on the waste. Very simple. So what do we focus on, the parasites or the waste? The waste. We go to the waste and remove the obstructions. And that's what we focus on. And everything will balance out.
If you eat, you got parasites. It's no big deal. It's part of our being. So the less you eat, the less their purpose they're going to have to be inside you.
To help you out. So. Yeah.
But they are everywhere, Gino. They're not just in food. You walk in the barefoot and you get them.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They're absolutely everywhere.
You don't need to pick them up. You actually they will be created within you with the environment.
Yeah. We are part of them. That's why, like, it turns me off when people say, you need to get these creatures, la 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 la. No.
Like we can pick them up from foods, from walking barefoot, but we're also creating them. If the environment is polluted in that state, they're going to be created right then and there. just like creation, creating all the time everywhere else. It's happening within.
And that's why people with compromised immune system, you know, are not supposed to go out so much and do things, you know, like normal people do. Like people after they take chemo and stuff like that, or if they take immunosuppressants, right? Immune suppressants. They cannot really be around somebody who's sick, or, you know, because they cannot afford to catch anything. But we are always exposed. This is the thing, we're always exposed to everything. And Gino says we create them, so that's another possibility. So it's they're always there, you know, and we love them.
But see, when with that creation, it's really a responsibility. If you take responsibility about your life fully, then it's no problem. But because majority like to live in the victim mode rather than take responsibility, they wouldn't want to hear this. They would think like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
That is full responsibility. Then you know, then it's absolutely fine. Whoever doesn't want to, they will leave. And whoever needs to be there, they will be there and will be supporting you when they do all the time. No, I no problem. I love them. Whatever is in me, I love them.
Yeah, yeah.
It's part of me.
We are responsible for our own happiness.
Everything. Absolutely every single moment we do. Every single choice. Even if somebody recommends you to do it.
Yeah, the question is, are we learning, or do we need to learn more? So more struggles, I guess. You know, not like, are you learning from your experiences and seeing the beauty of this, or are you not? If you're not, I see that we will be more and more challenged until we learn.
Yes, that's exactly what I said about helping others. When you help and they're being messaged or you're being attacked and you keep helping, you're being attacked harder and you keep helping. That's until you, right.
You learn.
Are you going to keep doing it, or are you going to listen within you and stop it? That is exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I learned, and everything, like as I see, is honestly, it's a learning. Everything around, everything, even trips.
The question is, are we learning?
Are we learning?
Yeah, that's it.
Because as I say, it's continuous. There is no stop. If you stop learning, that's mean your boat is going to start going down. It's continuous, like master fast, like anything in your life. It's continuous. See, now maybe this year we eat this stuff. Next year could be something completely opposite, something different comes up. And that is perfectly okay, because everything moves. Nothing sits on still.
And I believe we're all learning, but some faster than others. When you don't need to learn, then you're in heaven.
I would say that probably everyone learns, no matter good way or hard way. Everyone. Just maybe they don't realize.
Yeah.
But lessons and messages are there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anybody have any questions?
I know, what's the name of the lady? Rajit?
Yeah, that's
I think she had I just have to read 1 second.
Yeah, you just, like
she had a question on the Facebook.
Right. I forgot about that one.
Because I see that now. Okay. Where we are. Right. Where are you? Right. Rana, Inga, and Gino. Question for Inga. What do you enjoy the most when living the Master Fast lifestyle? Less is more. Absolutely. Less is more. The simplicity of that. Don't need anything. You have everything and nothing.
Are you into minimalism as well in your life?
She said she can just walk out with a suitcase.
I know,
and I would be I would like good, more like expensive stuff than maybe others. And at the same time, I wouldn't go crazy. I would buy what I want, really. I'm very picky same time. Mm-hmm. But that's the way. And like nice things. And I have so little in the house.
Those are those orchids behind you?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, they love my house. I have botanic garden in the house. I love plants.
Nice.
And look, I'll show you this.
Awesome.
Gorgeous.
That's from my boyfriend. Tomorrow is a year we together.
Ah, congratulations.
Congratulations. Beautiful.
Oh, they're gonna fall. Okay, I'm gonna put them here. Oh yeah, no, awesome, and I adore flowers. Yeah, no, beautiful, less is more.
That's you know, just being around them, the fields through your eyes. That's also, you know, we're interacting with these plants, and we're feeding off each other. So it's awesome to be around plants. That's why people feel so much better being in nature. You know, it's the best antidepressant. Go out in nature, go for a walk, go for a swim, whatever. Go for a hike in the mountains. You're going to feel better. That's for sure. It's so simple.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You like expensive things, you said?
Yeah, that's me. Oh, yeah. No, no question. That's me. I want to go to cheap shop and buy. No.
Yeah, I don't mind, you know, less is more. I love less is more, but you know,
And what about you?
I appreciate
like
quality. Never mind the price. I appreciate quality.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
When there's a name brand of something and it's expensive, that doesn't mean anything. I want to see.
Absolutely. Same with me. Same with me, Gino, because like you do go to them shops and I still want that quality, and I feel, you know, and there sometimes could be something in cheaper shop, but really very seldom. And I want to go to like on a, you know, very high, but just it's not probably, I don't know, probably that appreciation. I don't know, but that's just in with me.
Yeah, great.
My friends some says, oh, she loves expensive taste, but I feel it. I just feel it.
Yeah, you can feel the workmanship, the creativity in creating some good, you know, quality product or whatever it is.
The art, you know, the quality.
Just like fruits, you know, you have two farmers growing the same fruit, and one tastes amazing, the other one no flavor. Why? Because of the passion and creativity that one of them puts into, and the love into growing it, where the other one's just doing it for bottom line.
The other one can be organic.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm not sure about yours, but I'm going a lot on my smell.
Oh yeah.
I've had conventional food. Some conventional food tastes way better than the organic stuff. It's
absolutely, completely agree, you know. I wouldn't be in this, as I say, that everything is labels. Absolutely everything. Really, you need to tune in and you will feel, you'll know.
Yeah.
And I bought organic, and absolutely you want to try out. And I bought non-organic and beautiful, and then it could be opposite as well. It's really, it is. I went to California shopping with my friend, and I smell. She said, "What are you doing?" I say, "That's how I really recognize is good or not."
Yeah.
You know, like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is it ripe? Is it not? You know, you smell it.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
And see, because I have been grown on the pure, clean farm where it wasn't anything added, and at that time, mommy would never afford any chemicals or anything. I know the smells.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe who hasn't ever experienced, that's why they probably look with big eyes, because they never had that experience. But I had, and now as I say in the beginning, as my childhood was so poor and same time so rich. Now I can know that. And that time, no. But now, it's a gift. Mm-hmm. It's such a gift to go through this experience.
It's interesting watching people pick fruits. Most people pick the unripe stuff. It's interesting, right? They just don't know.
They want to keep them on their counter for a week. They do once a week shopping or something.
explain to me this then. When I was little, and not even little, when I was also early 20s and probably early 30s, I usually loved eat half ripe strawberries, raspberries, cherries, not as much because they were very sour. Because they were sour. Why was that then?
When you're not eating the best of diets and your taste buds get corrupted, and
Right.
acquire taste for all kinds of things like a McDonald's or a Burger King or Kentucky
It's
Fried
an
Chicken
imbalance.
or whatever. Yeah, it's just an imbalance. I remember I was growing my garden with all ocean water, dilute ocean water, and all my sprouts and stuff. And one time I had a whole bunch of basil, and I was going to visit a friend of mine, and I ripped out one of the basil plants. The odor was just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I've never smelt basil like I had grown with the ocean water. It's just unreal. Anyway, I brought it to her, and she's into essential oil since she was a little girl. And I says, "Here, smell this." And she took a smell, and she goes, "My goodness, it's complete." And right away, when she says that, I go, that's the word. It's complete. The plant had everything it needed, and it completed the cycle for itself to produce the odor that it's supposed to produce. It's just amazing. And I'll never forget, this is awesome. Your nose will know. We have the information. That's why when she said complete, bang, the light went off. Yes, that's it. I was smelling it. I'm going, yeah, it's amazing. But the word didn't come through until I heard it from a friend of mine. So, this is awesome. Yep. So, we were shopping yesterday, and we found these, I don't know if you can see, beautiful ripe mangoes, which is not something easy to find in Toronto area here. It's very, very challenging to find good ripe fruit, and when it's there, we pick it up.
These are from Brazil, so they have summer now starting, so they are. This is the season for them.
Yeah.
But then imagine Ireland, we don't hardly grow anything. Mm-hmm. As I was with Fran, what was end of October? Mm-hmm. You know Fran anyway? Yeah, I was with her, and it was a beautiful week. I spent 1 week with her, and I was saying to her, like, it's so beautiful because we were eating fruits and then vegetables. Beautiful, actually, when you have that experience. But then when you come home, you cannot really try because the fruit is not the same, and you're cold. It's cold climate, damp, wet, and it's absolutely not the same.
That's why.
And it's okay. You don't judge yourself because you are where you are, and it's the reason why you are here, and it's perfectly, you just adapt. But as I say, just maybe it's not time, just exact time to move on yet. You do what you can do to support yourself and love, but don't judge. It's fine.
We do the best we can in the situation we're in. Like right now, where we don't find like pineapples, never could eat them before, but we found a way. Put them upside down, put them beside a jar of GANs, CO2 GANs, and it ripens pretty good.
Okay.
Good.
I want to say something about these mangoes. So there were different types, right? I think both from Brazil. One from Brazil, and the other one, I don't know from where, but also from South America. And some of them, like, we smell them, we're like, my goodness, these are perfectly ripe. These are like, they smell delicious. And Gino said, okay, let's buy both kinds. And I mixed them. So we got a box of the one that doesn't smell amazing, but it looks good. And we bought the ones that smell amazing. And I mixed them together in this bowl. Mm-hmm. And there is no comparison. The ones that smell good are absolutely delicious. And the other ones have no taste.
It's a different type.
The other ones have no taste.
They're two different types.
Yeah. Different country probably, or different types completely. Yeah, but as you said, you smell it, you know it.
Yeah. So senses comes back to you, and even tastes. you know, when I broke a 40-day fast and I had a cucumber, wow, what a beautiful flavors. We just been forgotten with all the ingredients we put it on to.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
it's beautiful.
this is the challenge we find with people trying to go with more of a fruitarian type of lifestyle. It's quality of fruit not there. They're not going to stick with it. That's what we found over and over and over.
But,
So we learn to do things and learn tricks to try and ripen them and so on and so forth. You know, we can use a little bit of frozen fruits and so on, but we do the best we can.
But you know, we live in Canada. That's one of the most coolest countries in the world. And you were able to do raw food for 9 years. And I was able to do raw foods for, I think, a year, but I was on and off after that for a long time. And honestly, if we can do it in Canada, thank God we have access to these fruits, not always tasting good, but you will learn what to pick, how to pick.
Toronto has every single fruit pretty much available on the planet imported here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even though most of them are not ripe, we have them available.
All over the world they have imported.
No, Rana. No, we don't have so much compared to what you have in America. Oh, half I would say we have in Ireland. No, definitely. We have the main populars, you know, bananas, apples, pears, like they would be growing here as well. Some and pineapples, mangoes, but you have so many different, like, which I never even seen ever. You wouldn't have them all here, no.
Yeah, but you know, there is a way. I mean, there are dates, there's this, there's that, you know, there is a way. Absolutely a way to eat raw foods. I do not see it. I mean, if you live in a tropical country, that's a bonus, but honestly, I don't need to be in a tropical country to eat raw food diet. I am totally fine with delicious mangoes coming all the way from Brazil. You know, it would be nice to have a mango tree in my backyard, but maybe one day.
One thing I can tell you, if we want excuse, anywhere we go, we will have it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So we're coming up to the 2-hour mark.
That's a good way to end it.
If there's anything else you want to share with anybody before we shut her down?
What do you want to know?
Amazing.
You know, I just, as I say, life is a flow, and that label world we live, such an illusion world we are in.
Yeah,
even the pain. Yeah. Just said, in that our head.
Yeah.
I like when I say to our loved ones, and they say, I feel that pain. I know you do. But once you change here, everything changes. Everything.
Yeah. Some of us are addicted to pain. Otherwise, we would do everything to avoid it.
No, just I would say victim mode rather than pain.
Yeah, well, it's everything that's associated with the pain, right? And we're addicted to whatever emotion that it's bringing us.
We want to be sorry for ourselves. It's very difficult pattern to really let go. Yeah. I was for a long time also in there.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Wow, you have come a long way. If that's where you come from, you know, like, good for you. You're a beautiful person.
Thank you. And I know that. Thank you. Yeah.
It's beautiful. You have learned so much in such a short period, you know. You have transformed very quickly.
Yeah. Maybe Liam once say something. No, shy. I remember the first time when I wanted to talk. Oh my goodness, my heart was beating so hard, fast. But I would say, I'm not shy to talk, but probably because English is not my own language. I would say that's where was a lot of, I didn't have that confidence in me to talk publicly. Because in Latvian, no, I never had problem to talk. Because I always, as I say, I will tell you exactly how I feel. And that's why sometimes I would be, as I say, I could be very good and I could be very bad, because I will tell you exactly what I see. And so many people are not ready that. You know, we don't like our own truth. We smile. We smile.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah. And that's the way I have been. And sometimes, you know, I've been attacked and then I say, oh my God, why did I do that? But just naturally comes out. That's why I say I love you in bits, but same time, I don't follow exactly what you say because I have my own guidance too.
Yeah.
And I love what you're doing. Honestly, opening up. No matter what. But as I say, 1 of 8 days is beautiful, but 1 day at a time is even more beautiful.
Exactly. The only time we can work with is now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what exactly it feels like. I'm just not there or not there. I'm just here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The thing about the 108 is to do something that most people would never even consider doing, to show yourself that you can do it. And you'll thrive by doing these things and making these commitments in your life.
It's a big
That's
transformation.
all it is.
It's just a big transformation. But some people maybe are not ready for it.
Yeah. It's okay.
So everybody goes at their own pace. You know?
We have
1 day at a time is still goes a long way.
Absolutely. Like, look at me, like, compared to last year and this year, it's completely different person.
Mm-hmm.
Completely different reactions to things. And like, wow, you just,
beautiful.
As I say, money could not buy. You can give me £1 million, I wouldn't change where I am. No.
We have infinite variables to how you can live this lifestyle. There's infinite ways.
Yeah, exactly. Do 1 day a week and will benefit you. Allow your, as I say, it's like fasting is like breathing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just as natural as breathing, exactly. And most of us are doing it every night when we're sleeping. Unless you're getting up and eating.
Everybody.
Or you have an IV into your vein.
Yeah.
All right, Inga. So thank you so much for inspiring us and taking your time, sharing your information.
Oh, very well. And thank you.
And happy anniversary to both of you.
Thank you.
Beautiful people.
Thank you.
So we'll call it a close so we can eat our mangoes. we have somewhere to go, and it was awesome.
Thank you.
Again. Thank you so much.
And much love to all of yours. Love you.
Let's keep that plasma love always flowing, as we say. Ciao, ciao.
All the best.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody. Or good day, wherever you are. Good afternoon. Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.